The rental of the week is the 2026 BMW X740i. This is a treat. As this one sits, $96,000. It is $4,000 away from being a six-figure vehicle driving around. I never would have thought that these, I wouldn't say it looks average. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but like, this is a six-figure car. This is crazy, and they're everywhere. Who got money like that? Apparently a lot of folks do. So anyway, I was minding my business at the Pittsburgh International Airport at the National Car Rental spot, and I'm like, what's around here that's cool to review? Because I've been looking for a cool car to review for a long time, but ain't nothing been jumping out. So I see this truck coming down the aisle. I'm like, ain't no way that's gonna be an Emerald Isle car. They always put it in the VIP section where it's like an extra 50 or 75 bucks a day to rent it. I ain't got that kind of cheese. I just need my Emerald Isle cars and keep it pushing. So the car was coming down. I see the dude's wheels cocked to the right. I said, ain't no way it's an Emerald Isle car, ain't no way. And he put it in the Emerald Isle. I was like, man, let me grab that. So I stalked it. And then boom, as soon as he hopped out, I hopped in. Or I got the keys and went and grabbed my stuff and pulled it over. So I'm very excited. I've done a little bit of research here. In this video, we're gonna go over the features, we're gonna drive it, check out all the cool stuff. I can't really compare last year to this year because I didn't review last year, but I got this year. Well, next year, I went to the future to do this. So you guys can be appreciated. But yeah, man, this is the Hungry Road. This is still a car channel. Lot more food based now because I ain't had much to review as far as cars concerned. But thanks for tuning in and sticking with me. Let's get started. So BMW makes 12 different SUVs. I use the term different loosely because they make X1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, but then they have like the M series versions of like the 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 12, 4, 5, 6, 7? Maybe next 3M. I don't know. We're not talking about those. We're talking about this one right here. But so the odd numbers are gonna look more like SUVs and like traditional style with like a long hood and a pretty sharp thing and then like a sharp back. But the even numbers give you more of like a sport back or like a grand coupe sort of thing. Kind of like the GLC coupes that Mercedes makes. It's like a more rounded thing. That's more of my style compared to a traditional family SUV. But this 2026 BMW X7 is the largest BMW truck they've ever made. It's 3 rows, 7 people can sit up in there. You can get the captain seats up in there, or you can do the bench seat up in there. That might make it 8 people, huh? If you have 2 here, you can get 3 in the second row, 3 in the third. That's really squeezing folks in there. You might as well go ahead and get you a conversion van at that point. But the X7 does come in 3 variants. So this is gonna be the M40i. This is the base model. This one starts off at $86,700. That's already a huge price tag just out the gate. Then you have the M60. That's gonna give you a bigger engine. So let's do the engines first. So the 40i has a 3-liter i6 with twin power turbo, making 375 horsepower. It's not a lot for a car of this magnitude. It's probably a 6,000 pound vehicle, 5,500, something like that. I can throw a number at the bottom of the screen. I didn't look that number up. But let's step up to the M60. So this is gonna be 113,900 bucks. And that engine is gonna give you also 4.4 liter twin power turbo. That 1 turbo or 2, I don't know, or is it twin scroll where there's a scroll inside of a turbo and another scroll? Don't worry about it. That gives you 523 horsepower. That is a much healthier number for a car of this magnitude. It makes more sense to me. But then there's the ridiculous one, the Alpina XB7. That's like $152,000. Oh, here we go. And that one's gonna get same 4.4 liter engine, but it says bi-turbo. Now that means 2 turbos, I'm not for sure. That will give you 631 horsepower. So there's levels to this. Like the M60i is kind of like a nice middle of the road, has a little bit more power, a little bit more sportiness to it. And then the Alpina is like the ultimate luxury. So the M60 is gonna be a step up from the regular M40i, or not M40, it's the regular 40i. Everything you see here that's chrome would be blacked out. Now it would look weird with black on black, or people like black on black. I don't like a block of black driving down the road. On the screen right now, you're gonna see a white version, which makes more sense, with the black accents. So the grille gets black accents, it's get all blacked out. It kind of like I call it the eyes of the car. The headlights get a little bit of a black accent there. You get the black here, all the way down here. The roof rails are black. I think the mirror caps are also black. Really cool. And you know, things look a little different. Oh, by the way, this step here is not standard. It isn't $400 option. I might touch on that later. You also get bigger and different wheels. These are stock 21-inch wheels, but the M60, you get even better looking wheels. And the XB7, you might hear me throw around XB7 or the Alpina XB7. Those are the same car. Alpina's like the AMG of BMW, or like the RS of Audi. Does that make sense? Or like the SRT of Dodge. Yeah, so the XB7, you get the traditional, gorgeous, multi-spoke Alpina wheels. They're easily recognizable. You also get that very cool badge. I don't know where it's gonna sit. Sometimes it's sit on the side over there. Sometimes it's in the back, sometimes in the front. I don't know where it's gonna be on the Alpina. You also get back to the body color stuff. So they get rid of the black accents. It's all back to like whatever the color is you chose. There's plenty of those. The grille looks different. The rear deck looks different, but we ain't talking about that one today. Now there are 10 free colors to choose from when you're speccing just the regular just the regular 40i X7. The two quotation, I'll explain that at the end. So free colors: Alpine White, Black Sapphire Metallic, Mineral White Metallic, Blue Ridge Mountain Metallic, Manhattan Green Metallic, Skyscraper Gray Metallic, Sparkling Copper Metallic. This one's very cool, a little tint of like copper in the gray there. Like the way that one looks there. Aventurin Red, one of my absolute favorites. And here's the weird thing. So we have a Carbon Black Metallic and a Brooklyn Gray Metallic. You actually have to buy an upgrade. You have to add like an M Sport package to the car to get those two colors. So that's another $2,900. So the colors aren't really free. You're paying for them when you get that package. You can still add the package without choosing those two colors, but it was a weird sort of thing I saw in the configurator. There are also two $1,950 color choices. One of them is Tanzanite Blue 2 Metallic. Really nice looking blue. And one number 2 is in there. And then there's David Gray. A lot of grays here. I'm sure there's different tones, different levels of sparkle, different depths. But anyway, then we have the $5,000 color option, Frozen Gray, Frozen Pure Gray Metallic. This makes me think of like a matte color, frozen. You know, when things frost over, they absorb light, they don't reflect it. So I would love to see that in person. Maybe there's a dealership around here, I can go check it out. But those are the colors. I'm sure if you got the M60 or the Alpina, you get even more color choices included and just more, period. There are also some really fire wheel choices as well. 3 of them are gonna be free. These are okay. There's better ones out there. But they go up to 23-inch wheels. Like now we're talking, guys. We used to throw them kind of rims on our cars back in the day. You had to lift the car to do that. Man, what a time to be alive. Now it just comes stock. You know, I mean on SUV though. This is 21. So a 22 probably be, or 23 probably right here because you gotta go half an inch in the radius. You know what I mean? Probably come out about right here. I'm gonna know it look fire on this car though. And the most expensive option is another $2,600. Dude, we was paying $5-6 grand for 24s and 23s back in the day. So now you get them for $2,600. I guess it's the extra cost on top of what you're paying for the car. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's move on. All right, let's discuss the front end here of the BMW X7. Beautiful light sequence in the first start the car up, or when I start the car, when you first unlock the car, the light kind of flashed and kind of faded back away. But these are your running lights, really cool, really sharp. This is an entire LED complex right here. Your low beams are down here. These are also your high beams as well. We do have some aero right here, so you can actually put your hand in here and the air does go through. Gives it a little more of a sporty feel, that kind of thing. It's kind of pretty big, I don't say basic front end here, but these are fake. Your hand can't go through there. But this part here is what I was saying earlier about with the M60 package. It kind of like goes down and creates some other design right there. But huge kidney grills up front. BMW logo right front and center. I love it. I don't like when like car companies have like one here, like another right here. I don't quite understand that, but nice and big prominent logo right there up front. Huge radar sensor right here. Adaptive cruise control is standard. Parking sensors along the front. Tow hook right here. Nothing crazy, but this is not a beautiful grill at all. It is just so split up and choppy and not my thing. I mean, it's kind of cool how they have like the running lights separate from the headlight instead of having like a whole cluster like a lot of other car companies do, but they're being different and that's fine. And you do have the LED that wraps around the side over here because in America you need to have the amber light on the side, so there's no need for an extra light somewhere else on the side of the vehicle, but it works well. It definitely reminisces of, it definitely brings me memories, not memories, it reminds you of the i7 or the 740i BMW. So the design language kind of carries over through the truck and it's okay. It's not my favorite. Here we have the back of the X7. Look at the light sequence right here. Kind of the same thing up front. The running lights come on gradually and they wrap around the side over here, so there's no need for an amber light way down here at the bottom or anything like that. These are really cool looking lights. Big logo right there, top left corner. You know what this is, logo right front. And we have the xDrive 40i. xDrive means all-wheel drive, 40 means series, and I means like direct injected fuel efficiency, whatever kind of thing. License plate right in the middle. You know I hate it in the middle. I wish it would be a little lower, but it is what it is. Little chrome exhaust tips down there. I believe with the Alpina or the M60, you get quad exhaust, which is the bottom and rounded, really cool, but subtle use of chrome. The back end is much cleaner and much more, I'm much more of a fan of the back end than I am the front end. However, this shape bothers me. Whenever I see one on the road, let me move you guys so I can show you what I'm talking about. You see it now? I hate that shape. Like, why did y'all do this? Why couldn't y'all just keep it like wide or, I don't know, make it smoother? It just feels like such a sharp thing, right? I don't like that. Hey, whatever, but at least your rear wiper is smooth. Doesn't look all like it blends in, you know? But yeah, decent rear end, parking sensor at the bottom, boom, boom, tow hook. Not much else crazy back here. Oh, we'll get to the trunk in 1 second. While we're back here, let's go over the cargo space and the third row seating or whatever you find up in here. So, my 2023 Kia EV6, I can just walk up to the trunk and wait there for like 3 seconds and the trunk opens by itself. I don't know why that technology hasn't been put into other cars, so I still gotta kick my foot underneath the middle. Let's see if it'll work. Nope, maybe because the car's unlocked. I don't know. Let's try the whole thing. Well, oh, we got it. I don't know how I did it, but it did it. And we have a split tailgate. So you have the bottom here and you have the top here. Now let's go ahead and close it. Can I close it like that? Will it close like that? Let's see. The lights flashing. I don't know. It should. Guys, where do I kick to close it? See, I don't know. Maybe at night there's something that shines on the ground. Doing a little, oh, what'd that mean? You saw that, right? Forget it for now. We can press this button here and it closes the tailgate for you automatically. Really cool. However, underneath here is a little like rubber grommet thing. You press that once and only the top will open. In most situations, that's probably what you're gonna want, but if you need the hands-free to load something in here, you can do that. However, you can actually lower the ride height of the vehicle. I hope you can catch it on camera. There's a button here to the right. Do you press it once? Do I gotta hold it? I don't think pressing did anything. Oh, I think it's moving, or am I tripping? It is, the car is lowering. Can we press it again? There it is, it's going down. So you can press the button if something's like really heavy to get in here. If I hold it down, what happens if I hold it down? Nothing. All right, letting it go, no big deal. The car kind of like it's moving, doesn't matter. So I'll get you handheld and bring you up in here. All right, so here we have the trunk space, the cargo space. We have a little privacy thing here. This seems a little, I don't know. Maybe when the third seats are up, no big deal, but you can slide it out and remove it. I believe you can put it in here. I just don't know how. So there's a lot more storage underneath here, and there's a second one. I tried to do it at the car rental lot, but I couldn't figure it out. But we got like some extra nuts and bolts. It's like a driver's manual in here. What is this thing? It looks so out of place. Like it's not even in a, there we go. All right, staying up. Let's go. What is this? What is this? Can I open it? Oh, that's where your battery is? How do you get the battery out of there? Oh, this whole carpet. Anyway, we ain't messing with that. Go ahead and put this back down. I like how it stays up. See? Set it by itself. I can put it back down. Good. So let's get this guy here, move him out of the way, put him here. Let's discuss the powered second and third row. So right now I have the two front seats are up and the rear seats are up. The third row is not. But if I need some crazy amount of space, these two correspond to these two seats. These two correspond to these two seats. So this here should be for maximizing your luggage, and this is for maximizing your passengers. So for example, let's push this and hold it. Did anything happen? I'm pushing it. All right, so now the front seat is moving forward so that this seat can go down. You know, the headrest could hit that one. It goes down all by itself. And will the driver's seat go back to its position? Let's see. It looks like it did. Excellent. So now, obviously, if I press this button here, the same is going to happen with that side. But what if I want all people? Let's press the people button. I pressed it. I gotta hold it. Oh, okay, everything's happening. Everything's happening. I pressed it one time. That seat slid forward. The third row is coming up now. Okay. Do the headrest come up? All right, I do it myself. Okay, that is slid back. Front seat's moving forward, and I'm sure this is gonna come up. This is great. All motorized right here at the back. See, this is cool. For $96,000, I would expect this to be kind of how it operates. Yep, everybody's happy. This is awesome. And if I want to move the headrest up, there we go. Manually do this, that's fine. I'm sure these little latches right here are to put it down. Excellent. So now let's demonstrate the cargo capacity. So cargo max, I pressed it one time. Nothing happened. I pressed it again. All right, stuff is moving, or thought stuff was moving. Here we go. Here we go. So move the rear seats up so the third row can go down. And now I'm sure both of the driver's seats are gonna move. Yep, they're sure, same time. And then these seats will move. It's like a beautiful symphony. It's oddly satisfying to watch this in action. And we have the little red emergency straps right there. Good. Boom. Now I got maximum cargo space. I used to get into the trunks of cars, but clearly I don't need to right here. I would like to show you the most ridiculous parcel shelf experience I've ever seen. So let's say you have the BMW X7, but you don't have 7 people to haul around. You don't need like the basic five-seater configuration, but you still want the parcel shelf. You want the privacy sort of screen here. So you want to get rid of this one for the other one. We saw it earlier. I didn't know how to use it. I figured it out. Step number 1 is to remove this one. All you do is just pull it out. No big deal, and you put it to the side. Step number 2, you got to get rid of the third seat. So push them down, get rid of them. I think after a while, it just gets tired of you playing with the seats. I had to like lock the car, unlock it, and now it's starting to do what it's supposed to do. Yeah, it's as simple as pushing the button, the orange light lights up. This one is acting weird though on the left. All right, we're good to go now. Okay, that's step 2 and 3, or step 2, lower the rear seats. Fine. Step 4, you have to remove the cover off to the side. I hope you can see this. There's a cover here. This cover, to remove this cover, and there's a cover off to the right. Remove this cover, put these to the side. Then you have to open your lower thing here, revealing the larger parcel shelf, and we have to get it out of here. That is the hard part. So getting it out of here, you just lift up, but like you have to move, you gotta like do some stuff that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in my head. So all right, lift up, slide it to the right, and then get it out. Now you can close this part, and I'm gonna bring you closer into the car for the next shots. So now you have to like carefully, without breaking anything. By the way, the tailgate can hold my weight. I'm 255 pounds. you have to get the whole shelf in here, but where do you put it? See these little plastic covers? We have to remove the plastic cover and then it can slide in. But there's two of them, so you gotta do the other side. Now you got loose plastic covers, and then the parcel shelf can slide in like that on both sides. So you see this, you see it was red? This is how you release it. You pull it up and you push it down and it slides over. Let's do the same for the other side. All right, boom, now it's in. Now it won't go anywhere. And then you can finally pull it, but make sure you go above the seat belts. Make sure the seat belts are wrapped around it like this, above this shelf here. And, oh, almost lost it. Oh, there we go. And we're locking on both sides. Boom. Now you have your 5-passenger parcel shelf. You put your suitcase underneath there, no big deal. And with the rest of your stuff, you can just put this back underneath. This can go underneath here. I hope, yeah, back where the old one was, like that. And you can put your oh, gotta close this back, and you can put your things back, and boom, you're done. Now you have your parcel shelf. You can close your tailgate. It seemed like a lot of work, but I guess if you only have 5 people in the car, then you do this one time. Oh, the car is leaning for some reason. You do this one time and you're good. Oh, there's 2 levels. Who knew? You can stop it here or dip it forward and stop it there to get things in. It's actually quite brilliant. Discovered that on accident. Now to undo it all so I can review the 3rd row. So this is the key to the BMW X7. It's actually really nice. I love the design of it. Does it look like a truck? No, not really. But we do have, looks like a remote start button. You gotta press something 3 times. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, something happening. See lights over there. Nothing starting. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. All right, well, I don't know. Maybe 1, 2, 3. I got another. Anyway, so we have unlock button here on the side, the trunk button easily, and the panic button. And we have the key right here in case the battery dies. Let's pull the key out. Oh, it's more. Oh, it just pulled. All right, I don't know what's happening. All right, let's discover it together. I press this button, the key comes apart like that. And then the key is in here. This is ridiculous. Let's hope you never have to actually get the key. Okay, the key's out. Wow, that is the most. All right, BMW and your engineering. Anyway, let's put it back together. We don't care how it go right here. Okay, great. But like most BMWs, leave the key in your pocket, walk up to the vehicle, and it will unlock itself. Now you see the mirrors have unfolded. You heard the beeps. And if you walk away from the car, go this way, the car will lock itself once the key is out of range. Perfect. Another cool feature of the BMW X7, you see how low it's sitting right now? The car will squat to let you in or out of it. So let's open the car, get in it. Wow, it does feel really low right now. You hear the sequence, put the foot on the brake and start it. All right, the car, I believe, is raising up, or the car was lowered from all that stuff I was doing with the trunk. I don't know. But the ride height here is set in its lowest position. If I put it in drive, will it move? I don't know. We'll get to that part. But I want to demonstrate the car kneels when you go to get out. Oh, yeah, that AC feels real good right now. All right, the car is raised up now. Probably looks ridiculous. Now, let's go even higher. Let's see what we got. Even higher on the last setting. All right, now we're going to turn the car off. Roll the window up so we don't get rain all up in here on this nice seraphim leather. And if I open the door, I believe the car is squatting for me. I can see it moving to let you out. And then when you shut the door, nope, it didn't do it. Sometimes the car squats. Now that looks hilarious. I would never drive around like that, but you get my point. The car should have, it should have squatted. Is it doing it now? I don't know. There's a bunch of settings to play with, but as I've been driving it around town, when I open it, the car squats regardless. So let's take a look under the hood of the BMW X6. Like most BMWs, you pull the trunk lever twice. Wow, that was really sharp. Do it again, and it tells you engine component not sealed. Walk around, you kind of see it's cracked right there, and all you have to do is actually just lift up. All right, here we go. 3-liter single turbo i6 making 376 horsepower. It's actually quite a lot of power from a little i6 right here. So we got some purple cables, a 48-volt mild hybrid system is rolling. But yeah, not much to look at. Kind of a bigger engine, 3.0 liter engine. Nothing crazy to see underneath here at all. I forgot to mention soft closed doors. So if you don't shut your door all the way, boom, it'll pull itself closed. Go ahead and open it back up, get inside and check out the interior. All right, guys, we are inside the front seats of the 2026 BMW X7 40i. Really nice in here. I'm not gonna hold you up. It does feel nice, feels luxurious, it feels soft, it feels plush. These headrests are nice and soft compared to like sports cars where they're like putting your head on a steering wheel, you know. But the 4 free interior colors. Black, of course, is one of them. I would never go with the black. There's a coffee, which is like a nice, like a dark brown. Then there's one called Silverstone, which is like a nice light gray. Then there's a cognac. I think that's my favorite one, like a reddish brown. That's a gorgeous looking interior. I don't know why I didn't spec it on this one. I guess I gotta resell it when they're done renting it, but it is what it is. But however, this is Seraphim leather. Is that right? Seraphim? Sensafin, sorry, Sensafin leather. I don't know what that means. It's on the configurator. But you can upgrade to what's called extended merino leather. So the pattern will look a little different. And I think some of it will be Sensafin and some of it will be like legit, genuine merino leather. I believe I had that right. Merino, M-E-R-I-N-O. Then that's like $1,900, $2,000. And you can go full merino leather for $5,000. As for as much leather as in this car, I think it's absolutely worth it to do the upgrade. But yeah, I mean, if you're already paying $86,000 for this car, you might as well go ahead and go all out. All right, we are inside the 2026 BMW X7. It is nice in here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This is the seat pattern I was talking about on the Sensafin leather. Nice soft plush headrest. Look at all that room back there. Very cool looking seat. But yeah, let's start over here to the left. We have a lot going on. So you have your lock and unlock. I like this brushed metal finish here. Nice little door handle here. And here we have some seat setting. What is this rear? So if I move the rear, let's see, hold on. All right, so I pressed a button here and on my console. All right, I figured out what this does. So when I have it set up here, second row of seats, whole row of seats, I can push this button, or this way, and everything starts to move. So my seat move, this seat move, the rear seats are moving, and what it's doing is letting in people from the rear doors get into the third seat, or third row. So my backpack is down here. That's why this one can't move all the way forward fine. So it says left rear seat unlocked, no big deal. But that's really cool. And to put things back, I press this button now, and everybody moves back into position. This is like a really family-friendly little SUV. It is so cool watching everything move. All right, moving on. We have the trunk button right there. We do have our nice aluminum sort of panels right here. And we see this button right here. We have sunshades. If I press this button, the rear doors get electric sunshades. This is an add-on, by the way, and both sides are doing it, but that's really cool. And down here we have our light controls. What's this button over here do? That is settings for the exterior lighting. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. And we have our sort of vent control. Nice. And don't forget the Harman Kardon series. So let me tell you about this. All right, so for 1,650 bucks, you see this heads-up display. You get that, and you get an upgraded Harman Kardon sound system. So you have a speaker there, speaker, is it? No, I think that might be for defrost. Speaker there. There's speakers all over the car. But for another $3,400, you can upgrade to a Bowers and Wilkins system. Now, I don't know who needs that. All right, I like sound. But yes, moving on. This screen is awesome. It's actually curved. You can't quite tell from this angle, but from over there, looking this way, you can see it's curved. And I like how thin it is. Because I've put my hand on my screen on my Kia EV6 GT, and it's much thicker than this, but this feels nice. Almost like an OLED screen. So we have our standard sort of driving mode right here. And down here, we have our sport. Oh, let's go ahead and focus. Sport, comfort, eco, pro, and all this kind of stuff. So put it in sport mode. And things sort of change. Look at that graphic. That is a really nice looking graphic. And let's go through the menus here. Let's see what we got. Here's a menu right here. So the content you can add to the, using this little wheel right here. So content, what is that? Vehicle, what is that? What did it say? Value, sense, refuel. We have nav. That's nav. What is this? It's the map? All right, I guess. And then we have G-forces. You're not pulling no G's in this beast. And let's go over here. Heads up display. Shows nav. Oh, look at that. So it's nav. Can we zoom in on that right there? And yeah, so that's the nav. Oh, this is nothing. This says nothing. That's the bare basic. Directional view. Sport view. And then reduced view. I actually like the nav view. That's a lot though. Standard view is fine. Over here we have our light control. This is how you like reset the mileage. There's the BC, your beams and stuff over there. We have a huge storage pocket right here. Little BMW logo down there, nothing crazy. Over here we have our our window washer controls and all that stuff. Traditional BMW steering wheel. You've seen this in every single BMW ever. I like this though. This little like trim. That's really cool. You can get like a piano black. You can get like wood. We had the wood here, like a deep dark wood, like a sandwood, piano black. But I like this. It's not quite carbon fiber. Just a whole bunch of designs. And I'm a fan of these directional things. You know, they don't look too intrusive. And if you want to turn the air off, you just turn to the side. Brilliant. And I can't wait to show you the ambient lighting at night. It'll probably be after this whole interior clip since I'm filming this in the daytime right now. So down below, very simple. Skip your track, volume, flashers, your defrost and stuff. But let's play with the infotainment screen a little bit. This part gets people, lose people's attentions, but there's so much you can do. So here's your climate control right here. As you can see, it's showing you where the air is going. And if my passenger doesn't want the air in their face, I can click off. Not many cars you can do that, where you can just turn off one section, but you can in this car. And you can get like a quad zone climate control a quad zone climate in this car with the upgrade package or whatever. But yeah, so I can have my head getting blown on, pause, and then my feet getting blown on over there, or someone else's feet, and then here and here. Up here is defrost. I ain't got to click on it. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I love the graphics. Let's see, individual settings. Let's see, second row, third row. Yeah, ain't worry about all of that. Let's go to the home page. So we have our map, standard map, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is standard in here. Fun fact, I did try to hook my phone into this USB port and it wouldn't work. So I hooked it up via Bluetooth and then it worked just fine. But anyway, let's move on. What is this? This is home. Oh, that's how you log in. What is this? Work. Okay, that must be home and work. That's my assumption. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got. We got the app screen, all these different apps. Let's see. Automate habits. What is that? Gotta log in. I ain't gotta log in. What is this? Soccer? I gotta log in. Log in. Climate control, displays, hit the display, cluster, control display, converted speed. I mean, yeah, this is a really cool screen to play around with. I've gone through and messed with the doors and the driving settings already. I'm really excited to show you the exterior lighting later. Live vehicle, you can see your horsepower and stuff. So we have you're tilted. You know, if you're off-roading or whatever, you can kind of show over here. Let's put it in drive and see if anything happens. Foot on the brake, drive, all right. And it shows rear wheel drive. All right, I can put it in park. Oh, it shows our altitude too. Pittsburgh is that high in the air? Who knew? Wait, we're rolling. Okay, we're in park. And we can change our level. Yeah, let's go ahead and level it down one more because I like to ride low. Vehicle status. All right, shows everything is good. Trip data, adaptive content. Adaptive, okay, so right now our engine temperature is 201. I got no horsepower, let's give it a rev. Here we go. Woo! Shows your boost, shows your torque, and the engine kind of makes the car rock a little bit. It don't sound like much, so you can hear it. Yeah, it ain't sound like much. Let's move on. What else we got up in here? Messages, mobile devices, personal hotspot, seat comfort. I did see it'll show, it might be in climate control. I did see it wants you to keep your seat. Yeah, so I clicked on the seat. We have, cooled seat. I've been sleeping on that. It's been 80 degrees out here. I hear the fan just kicked on. Heated wheel, heated seat there. But I did see temperature adjustment upper body. So if I want it warmer, I can have it warmer. If I want it cooler, I can have it cooler. That's kind of cool. See, we got automatic. Yeah, so to do all that. Heat the armrest and the seat. So this armrest has a heater element in it. My homegirl Gina, the happy hour hunter, I saw her at a little, I saw her at a giveaway, not a giveaway, a charity event we were doing with Connecticut Food Share. And she had pulled up in her gorgeous all black BMW X6. And I leaned on the door talking to her. I was like, why is your armrest warm? She was like, it is. So the armrests get warm too, which is a really cool thing. Because you're driving, you put your armrest here. I don't think this one gets warm because it's, you know, it's kind of hollow. Speaking of that, not much happening in here. There's a USB-C port that is only for charging in there. But yeah, really cool. The armrest heats up. I haven't seen that in any other car. Seat heating distribution. You can cater it more toward the butt versus the side or the back there. Automatic heated wheel. I mean, there's so much this car can do. Hope I haven't lost y'all yet. If not, you can go ahead and skip to the next section. System settings, nothing crazy. Touchpad pop-ups. And let's move on. We have a really cool, cubby showing off the nice wood trim. Doesn't quite match going across, but if this was like a Rolls Royce or a Pagani or something, it might, but it's not a big deal. The issue is, I don't know how to, move it or get it to go back up. You have to like really put some force and then push it. I don't like doing that, but we have a wireless charger in there, more space in there, USB port. I didn't get to work. Cup holders, cigarette lighter, 12 volt thing right there. Pull that back down, and you kind of see the ambient lighting is peeking in right here. The same lighting that was over there. We'll go over that later. Traction control off, your gear shifter. You put your foot down, pull all the way back for drive, pull back again for sport mode. You see one over there? That's when the paddles come into play. We see we got S1. If I click the pedal, we're going to gear 2, M2, okay? You can shift all the way up to 3. Oh, when we go, okay, yeah, it knows what to do. You go back to M1. I'm not shifting my gears in this boat. All right, put it back in the regular drive. And if you want to go to neutral, just click it forward one time and all the way forward for reverse. Really nice detailed camera. That is a nice camera. Let's see. So this thing can park itself. So you start backup assistant. Look, it's doing stuff. I don't even know what it's trying to do. Vehicle, where are you going? I'm curious now. Foot's off the brake. Monitor your press accelerator and brake manually. Where is it going? Oh, about to knock over my. let's not do this. About to knock. Why didn't it see that? It should see that. All right, we're gonna put it back in park. It's getting a little crazy in here. All right, so I'm at my hotel, and the car has recognized the spot to reverse into way back there. I'm talking, I don't know, 50 feet back. So I want to see what this thing can do. There's a car coming. All right, we're good. So it put the blinker on for me, monitor surroundings, and release the brake. Brake is released. The car is moving by itself. My foot is not on the gas or the brake. The car is moving by itself. I'm gonna zoom all the way out. All right, it's doing stuff. Guys, this is freaking ridiculous. It just did it all by itself. And now it's stopped. It's doing something with the wheel. Let me zoom all the way out. Oh, you can't. It's doing this all by itself, guys. This is sketch. This is so sketch. This is crazy. All right. And it stopped. It straightened the wheel and put the car apart. What kind of craziness is this? I gotta take a breath for a second. Now, I want to see if it'll go right across the street. It is backed in. I just drove by. I wanted to see if it would do it, and it did it splendidly. I wouldn't park here. I'd park way over there, but there it is. It worked. I'll try to do it again in another video. Maneuver completed, wrong direction. Anyway, so yeah, so we have record a new path for backing up, start the backup assistant, all these cameras here. Let's see, that's the rear. We have top, down, whatever, okay. Left side of the car, can you move it? No. Right side of the car. I like the color matches, the wheels don't though, so maybe it's not one of those kind of things. And let's go back to the top down, or automatic, whatever. Park assist view. Yeah, where was it going? 406 feet. I am so curious where it was gonna go. Panoramic view. We got more down here. 3D car wash view. Yeah, you can see we line the tracks up. Let's go back to our parking view. Nothing crazy, but yeah. So yeah, so it's searching for something. I will try to demonstrate parking, but here at this hotel, there's like no lines on the ground. We kind of park wherever. But yeah, man, we go from there. One last thing with the infotainment. Right up here, we have a shortcut. Turn the screen off. You can turn the heads-up display off. DND, hide private information. Deactivate auto stop start. That deactivates by itself when you're in sport mode. If you're in comfort mode, back to comfort. Now you can deactivate it right there. No big deal. Put it back in sport. By the way, when you put it in sport, the seat bolsters, these guys here, they kind of move in. It's really cool. So these are the seat controls I was talking about earlier. Let's check this out. So you tilt this whole thing back, that tilts the whole seat. You push it forward, it tilts it up. But see this little pieces in here? You can individually move just the top part. See the top part's moving? Just the top part's moving, not the whole seat. That's crazy. So here we have the whole seat. And I'm assuming this guy here is gonna be your thigh support. Here it is. Thigh support comes out, goes in for you taller folks. Here's your lumbar. That's easy to self-explanatory. And this is the bolsters. So push these in, kind of see them getting closer and getting a little wider. Very cool. Lots of different configurations here to make sure it's the most comfortable seat for you. All right, guys, there's quite a bit to cover in the back seat here, but the back seat is just as comfortable and as plush as the front. We even have pillows on our headrest here, and that's soft. It feels a bit softer than the ones in the front. I wonder if you can steal these and put them here, and you'd be good to go. But we have a little grab handle here, reading light, and on the back of each seat, we have a USB-C charging port, and it looks like there's some sort of slot where you could plug like a monitor in or a TV or something. Might be something sold extra. I didn't see it on the configurator, but maybe it's available. But the seats are nice and plush. Let's check out the middle here. What do we got? What's this? What's this? Oh, so this handle is how you pull the whole middle down, okay? Turn into some captain's chairs, no big deal. And of course, we have the craziest cup holders. Push this button, boom, out they fold. What's this, a reading? Reading instructions. It says cup holder, no big deal. Oh, you maybe smaller or bigger. I won't break nothing. And underneath here, just some storage for stuff if you want to keep anything in there. And fold that back up. Oh, you gotta fold the thing back in first, like this. Then you can put it back, no big deal. But we do have our own climate control. So each of us have climate. So this is quad zone. We have the quad zone here. So here's a little vents right there. Nothing crazy. Down here we got 2 more USB-C charging ports. I can kind of see the vent for the feet down there. And we have our another 12-volt outlet, some storage right there. And both seats do have a storage pocket, nothing crazy. The doors have storage, nice ambient lighting back here. The same nice metal finishes are on the doors. This is really nice. Now here's where stuff gets a little crazy, is the third row. And of course, like any luxury vehicle, you have your own way of moving your seat. So this moves this side of the back seat forward. You can also tilt it backward if you want to, tilt it forward. And it has a home position. So if you move this seat all kinds of out of whack or whatever, kind of see it's not like even, you can press the button in front and it realigns it. It puts it right back to where it was. So here's where it gets crazy, is getting into the third row. There is a button here, and 2 more buttons right here. These control the third row. This, I'm pressing this button here, and then this seat moved forward. Now this seat slid forward, and it's going to allow me access to the third row without folding all the way up. Excellent. Now I can just get in, but this one is down. So let's put it back up. I'm hoping, I don't know which one. I press this one? No. All right, maybe it's or I push it the other way. There we go. Okay, I push the other way. Third row is now going up. All right, cool. But if that's not enough, let's go ahead and put this back. I push that button one time, and the seat is going back into its position. All right, so, and that front seat did this, and it's still doing more stuff. Fine, it's not in its home position. Let's press the home button. There we go. Now the button up top, I can press this one. It slid back, front seat goes forward, and now it's going to completely fold up. Why I would want to do this, I'm not sure. I think this button by itself would be enough to get into the third row. And the seat comes back, and now, yeah, then it says risk of injury. You can't see it over there, but it says third row seats, risk of injury, because you can't really get in there. So let's go ahead and put it back up. Can I lift it? Did I press the button? Yep, okay. Seats moving. Yeah, these seats are something to play with here. Oh, here we go. It's raining out here. Camera's getting a little wet. All right, so now I think we figured it out. Let's actually get into the third row and see what it's all about. I didn't really mention a panoramic roof in the front seat, because it goes, there's a section here, there's a section here, and a section back there for the third row. But these door controls, of course, I have my window, nothing crazy. Roll the window back up. I have the shade. Okay, I have my shade, but I can control the other shade too, and they can control my shade, I guess. But here we have the roof. So we have this one here. It is now shutting the mesh roof of this section. Oh, it's gonna go all the way? It's going all the way. Now, this could cause some issues. If you got kids playing with the buttons back here, I hope the driver could lock out, maybe? Possibly. I can't tell if they can lock out buttons back here, but let's bring it back. I like the sunroof open, you know, sun shining on my face, or a nice light cloudy day, nothing crazy. But there's the third one. So I press this one, and the third row shade closes. Like, wow, there's so much control back here. So go ahead and open them all back up, and now we'll get into the third row. All right, I'm gonna do my best to get into the third row. So let's go ahead and move this seat up. Okay, it's working, it's working. I'm gonna run around to the other side of the car and do the other seat. Since this is a much smaller seat, the same buttons over, can't even see me, the same buttons over here. This seat's now moving now, okay? That seat has tilted forward all the way. This one's now gonna tilt forward all the way. I can now climb in. Is there a handle I can use to get in though? Kinda. I can kinda grab right here, kind of a grab handle right here. All right, that's fine. Let's crawl up in here. All right, so now I can get in the third row, and obviously there should be someone up front that would, you know. Anyway, let's move them back. Here we go. And see how much room we actually have back here. Hope you're gonna be able to see me back here. Yeah, I can still see you guys. All right, now it's in position. What is this? I have, oh, I'm squished. Okay, yeah, we got real squished in here real fast. I wish I could move the seat, but I have a third, this is quint. Is that thing? Quint climate control. I have my own AC back here, fan speed. I have, where's the vent? Oh, the vent's up here, and there's a vent down here. Really cool. Hope you guys, maybe you can't see me. Go ahead and fold you. I don't know. Okay, that's even worse. Don't worry about it. It's gonna peek through the, let's just put you down so you can see me. But yes, I have this. Oh, the lids are still in the little, remember the lids earlier? Don't worry about it. Cup holder back here. What is this? USB-C, a child seat lock. But yeah, this is squish. I mean, obviously I can move the seat forward, but just as comfortable. Now this is a little harder. But yo, yeah, you can't get 3 back here, just 1. You can possibly get 3 up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seats. Yes, and that's just the shape of the car. No big deal, but yo, this is all right. As far as practicality and usability, this is an awesome vehicle. It don't look that good, but hey, it's a lot of money though. All right, guys, it's finally dark enough we can play with the ambient lighting. So we found that setting here, interior lighting, ambiance, and we got a very ugly color right there, ivory. It kind of looks like, so we got lighting there, there's lighting there. Looks like there's lighting right here on the sides. How about the back? Just a little bit back there, but there is an option. You can get the lighting wrapped around the top of the panoramic roof. And I've seen some BMWs where you can do like different colors. I'm only limited to 1 color right now. Well, this is probably for the package that was purposed, but I guess there's not much more to show. But look at that, it's beautiful. I like how it didn't just like snap to the other color. Let's go to Flamingo. I press it. It kind of like went through the rainbow. That's really cool. But yeah, I guess nothing too crazy with the ambient light. We got some lighting here, lighting in the footwell and the cup holder. But yeah, I mean, maybe with the upgraded package, you could, what's accent? Okay, so accent lighting looks like it's this, and this, but what's background is the footwells. Okay, so you can turn the accent lighting up and that comes back. Okay, well, I guess we're done here. All right, guys, we are inside the 2026 BMW X7 40i. Upon first getting in, it is just really comfortable. This seat is nice and soft and plush. Is it where I want it to be? Yep. Man, I mess with the seats right now. It shows you on the screen what part of the seats moving and stuff. It's crazy. But let's get out of here. Let's do a U-turn and head to the airport. I have the car in comfort mode right now. Got some people walking in front of me. Give me a second. But just moving at slow speeds, this thing is really nice. Look at this hole I'm about to hit.
Turn right at the traffic light onto 4th Couch
It felt softer than like a usual, you know, Rocky whatever super sports car. But I like the way it feels in here. The steering wheel is nice and thick. The quality feels good. It's pretty quiet compared to like some other cars I've been in, but I can hear the engine noise pretty well, and I don't know if that's like piped in noise. Is that something that BMW wanted?
The expected
or
time is
I don't know.
minutes.
BMW's own GPS system is actually really nice, intuitive, and colorful. You kind of see it on the map right here. Might show you, might not show you, I don't know. Oh yeah, start stops enabled. Just does it by itself. I got the AC blasted because it's really hot out here, 84 degrees. But yeah, you saw it earlier, you can pull down the menu and you can just turn it off. But I'm surprised at the amount of engine noise being piped into the car. Like if it's supposed to be like the 7-passenger luxury car, you'd want to be a lot more quiet, but this, it seems like a forced engine sound that I'm not really a big fan of, but this thing does glide over bumps pretty effortlessly. Feels nice and soft, and I like this driving position. It's not like my style of driving position where I like to sit low in the car and feel like I'm in like a Lamborghini or something. But this is nice and high. Like I have to see as low as I possibly can go, but I can still see right over the hood. I don't have a fear of like hitting the front of the car or the side of the car or anything like that. It's a good driving position. And of course, the heads-up display helps with just any information you need while you're on the road driving. And it feels soft. The steering wheel just feels pretty precise. Doesn't feel floaty or anything like that. I am still in comfort mode at the moment. We'll get in the sport mode when we get on the highway. But it gives a commanding appeal. And the X7 is like, there's another one right there. The X7 is like the big daddy of the BMW trucks. Like, you see an X5, see an X3, X1, you laugh at them, you don't even acknowledge them because you're in the big one, the X7, the biggest SUV BMW that's ever made. So that's a good thing to feel. The only thing that could top you would be like an M60i or the Alpina. How often are you going to see those? Or I guess I would put the X6 on par with the X7 because it's just like a sportier version. Like if you don't want this, all of this 7-passenger seating, get the X6, and you get like a little bit smaller profile, a little bit smaller footprint, and usually a lot more power. All right, we got a little bit of a turn here. Let's take it at 26 miles. Oh, the car's. I don't feel a lot of body roll, to be honest. Feels pretty planted. That was nice, right? I mean, I kind of slid over a little bit, but like, the car didn't feel like it was rolling around, would have slided stuff off the road. Really nice. I mean, this is the ultimate driving machine, as BMW's slogan. So I get it. You know, there is like a lot of sports tune stuff happening to keep it planted on the road. It's not like a giant Yukon XL or anything like that. But this is very easy to drive around town. I'm actually not even afraid of the size of it. Like the the Chevy Silverado EV I drove in Atlanta. I was scared to put it places because that's how big it was. And like Yukons and Escalades, it is so gigantic. Those are also American vehicles, and that's what America wants for some reason. Here we go, give it a little punch it a little bit. Oh, got traffic. But yes, the footprint is a little bit smaller in those vehicles. I think it is. Yeah, I can just look back and I can just tell it's a lot smaller. So I feel more confident in driving this around like a city or a parking structure or parking garage, anything like that. But that Silverado, that was, I was at every corner. I'm like, again, I had a Grand Wagoneer in Miami for my friend's bachelor party. Same situation. Just scared to move it, to put it in places because it's so gigantic. But this is a much smaller footprint, in my opinion. All right, guys, getting on the highway. Put the car in the sport mode. I did feel like the seat sort of like hugged me a little bit more. Oh, got 5.0 on the left. Can't do nothing crazy. So I guess we'll have to wait to really punch it. But even in sport mode, this thing still feels planted. It still feels soft. It still feels luxurious. I'm with it. I actually think I prefer comfort mode over sport mode. I mean, is it steering any tighter? I'm shaking the wheel right now. We're going around a curve. So I don't know if it's that's pretty loose. I ain't gonna hold you. It's not like I've seen loose. This is alright though. I mean, it's precise. It's kind of precise. It's fine. Again, it's a 7-passenger SUV. Who cares if it's precise, you know? It's not a, I don't know. I can't think of a super precise SUV that's 7 passengers. Ferrari maybe. But yeah, man, we're hanging out. Oh, I have cooled seats. What am I doing? Cooled seat, turn it on, bam. So I put my back against the thing, it was a little warm. Now we got cooled seat and we're chilling. Now I don't think this car has full self-driving is a Tesla term, but you know what I mean. Like you can drive yourself on the highway. It has adaptive cruise control. Let's go ahead and turn that on. So down here in the bottom left corner, we have mode. Only cruise control available. All right. So press it. All right. Do I press set? Press the I/O button to activate. All right. So here's cruise control. That's easy. And then you can press the little wheel, turn it up. All right. Now we're doing 80. Are you gonna slow down? I don't know. It looked like it was gonna slow down. Yeah, I can't seem to set up a distance. How do I do that? So it says only cruise control available. I wonder why that is. I wonder the setting. I have the radar. I thought I had the radar in the front. Maybe I don't. Maybe that radar is just a part of the front grille that all the X7s get. And then if you get the radar, it actually gets put behind that piece of the grille. I don't know. But yeah, that's what it says. Mode. Only cruise control available. It's got a little eye. Can I press this button? I press the mode. I press this. No, nothing happens. Okay. Well, it's not adaptive. Let's try again. I don't think it's adaptive though. Resume.
Left toward I-376
Cruise control speed.
Airport, and then take exit 59B to the right.
Nah, ain't no way it's adaptive. As close as I am to this car, nah, ain't no way it's adaptive. All right, well, we learned that today. It does not have an adaptive cruise control. What's BC? All right, that's just menu stuff over there. We got automatic lights. Okay. What else is there to talk about? I covered it. It's the big boy SUV. You need seven passengers. You can make it happen. We've gone over the seats. Ambient lighting. I mean, this is a nice ride, man. I'll talk more in the outro. I kind of want to punch it just to see what it feels like. We have a little bit of a curve coming, but there's cars in front of us. We'll see. Well, that was my time with the 2026 BMW X640i trim. I really like this thing. I don't like the way it looks, as I said many times already, but this thing is loaded with technology, loaded with features, and loaded with practicality. Like, yeah, it's a little low on the horsepower, but like, just get the M60i or get the Alpina and spend $120,000 on your seven-seater family SUV. If you got a family like this, you probably can afford to have a car like this. However, I was looking on the used market. The 2023s look exactly like this. I can't speak for the technology and the features that were in that car 3 model years ago, 2026, 26, 25, 24, 23. I can't speak for what was in those vehicles back then for the 40i trim. But you can get them for like $49,000 with like 40,000 miles on them, you know? And you can be riding around looking just like this, but maybe not with all the extra bells and whistles. I don't know. I didn't do the research on the 2023s. I'm not going to. You can, if you want to look like this, but pay pretty much half the price. But yes, the ride is smooth, it's comfortable, it's luxurious, it's quiet. It does feel like a $92,000 vehicle. I saw the window sticker. It's actually $91,500. The base price is $85,000 and all that kind of other stuff to add the add-ons, the step rails and the premium package and the other stuff. Anyway, yes, I like it. I just don't like the way it looks. I'm more of an X6 guy, more of a sportier thing. I love the way it looks rounded on the back. You know, I don't need 7 seats. I don't need 4. It's just me and my wife most of the time. But yeah, man, what do you think of the X7? Would you get one? Would you get one on the used market? Or do you gotta go brand new? You know, I understand. Some folks want to have that. I was the first one to own this vehicle. I want to know the history of what happened in my vehicle. So I'm the first one to own it, so I know the history. But if you get like a used car, I don't know what happened up in here. Some folks are like that. I don't give a damn. As long as it's cleaned up and it's still run and we good to go. But yeah, man, remember, that should be it. There's never an empty tank or empty stomach on this road. We are still marching toward 10,000 subscribers. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and help me grow. We're still doing food. We're still doing cars, the Hungry Road. And I'll be back here next week. Hopefully I have something else cool to rent for you guys and I can show it off. All right, guys, take care, stay safe. Thank you.